extra time.
Criticism that Tim and Steve have faced. Do you still have faith in Tim as the leader? And what are your impressions of what went on? You know, given you've worked so hard to turn around the team culture.
Well, I have faith in Tim Paine. You have no idea how much faith I got in Tim Paine. He didn't have his best day, no doubt about that. But after 3 years, he has hardly put a hair out of place. He has been outstanding as the Australian captain, everything he does. He had a frustrating day. We've got to cut him some slack, surely. But having said that, when you set a standard as high as he does and as we do, we understand we're going to get criticised when we fall below that. It's not what we're about. But Tim Paine, mate, outstanding leader, and will continue to be for some time to come yet. So he has my 100% support. As for Steve Smith, I literally cannot believe some of the rubbish I read about Steve Smith. Absolute load of rubbish. I mean, if anyone who knows Steve Smith, he's a bit quirky and he does some weird, and we've all laughed about it for the last couple of years, and I've spoken about it publicly and I've spoken about it privately about how he's a bit quirky. It's what Steve Smith does at the crease. He does it probably most games. He's just thinking about the game. Anyone who suggests for 1 millisecond he was trying to do something untoward, they're way out of line. Absolutely out of line. I mean, on that wicket was that flat and it was like concrete. You need 15-inch spikes to make an indent on the crease, and he went nowhere near the crease. So seriously, mate, seriously, I thought that was absolutely ludicrous. And again, in the last couple of years since he's been back, he has been exemplary on and off the field. He's let his bat do the talking. He was abused like I've never seen anything through England, and he just kept smiling and doing his bat do the talking. Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
You spoke pretty passionately earlier defending Steve and all the talk over the last couple of days. Paine was saying yesterday that he was pretty upset by the coverage. Has he been able to park that yet, moving forward ahead of the Gabba, or is he still pretty pissed off? No,
he'll be fine. I mean, he as I said, he showed great courage to go on the front foot, admit that it wasn't up to his high standards, and now he's a very, very determined young man, Tim Paine. He's very passionate about this team and the direction this team's going. So he'll be very, very up for this contest.
And Smudge too. He's been able to park the kind of criticism of him for the past couple of days.
Yeah, he will. I mean, he's a champion, and champions compartmentalise when it comes to when he gets back into it. He'll start batting again today. I guess his biggest challenge is going to be that he just batted for a long time, the longest he's batted for probably 12 months in the middle. He talked about that pre-test match, and now he's done that. He's going to have to get himself, freshen himself up. That's what, again, he's a champion player, and I'm expecting him to be all ready to go for this test.
So after you have an experience like that, or the one that Steve has, do you become, as a cricketer, just a bit more, I suppose, self-conscious of those areas of the pitch subsequently?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure Smithy will be very conscious of it. Now, something that's probably been absolutely just a routine, and him just being in his own little daydreaming world about batting, he'll be more aware of it. As I was after that, I'd probably never touch the top of the bail again. It probably jumped out of my routine, a little reminder. So, yeah, I guess that'll be a little reminder. Stevie will probably be a bit more conscious of it next time.
Just one about Steve. Did it remind you at all of your little sort of bail tapping habit and the episode in Sri Lanka in 2004?
Yeah, funny you say that. I was talking to I actually spoke to Steve about it the other day. I mean, I reckon I tapped the bail every single time since I was about 10 years old. It was just a habit. I ran across, tapped the top of the bail. It was almost like a habit or a routine. So it did. And I remember doing an article from I was interviewed here a couple of years ago, and someone brought it up then about whether I was the right person to lead Australia because of what I did in Sri Lanka all those years ago. Again, I nearly fell off my seat. It was the most innocent thing. And so, yeah, I think it does. I mean, like I said with Stevie, I mean, he probably does it every single game, or he does it regularly. And someone, I guess that's the joy of social media, I suppose, and people out there making a living, having to make comments, you know, as commentators. So that's okay. I mean, but as I said, I am absolutely 100% that there was zero in and people can make of it, well, that's right, having their opinion, but yeah, it did remind me a bit of that.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.